Greetings and good afternoon to you all, dear gentlemen. I'm so grateful to our dear Mr. Kaifi for giving me this opportunity. Today, I'm talking about Great Expectations, Episode 5, Part 2. Pip had been Joy's apprentice for about 4 years. When Joy and Pip went to the village inn one evening, they were talking with their friends near the fire. When Pip noticed a tall man with dark skin and thick eyebrows, you might remember at episode 4 at Miss Havisham's, when Pip and Estella were going up the steep stairs. They met a tall, dark man with very little hair on his head. He was the man that Pip saw him again at the village inn, because Pip realized that he was the man he had seen many years before at Miss Havisham's house. The man stood watching them for a while, and then walked slowly toward the fire. "Is there a blacksmith called Joe Gargery here?" the man said loudly. "Yes," replied Joy as he stood up. The man asked Joy was Pip his apprentice there? Pip jumped up and said that he was there. The man would like to talk to Joy and Pip both alone for a little while, and then he was speaking more quietly and said that they should go to Joy's home. 3 of them left the inn without another word, and the man did not speak again until they were sitting down inside the house. The man introduced himself and said that his name is Joggers and he was a lawyer. And he told them that the person who sent him wanted to stay unknown, and he was told to give them a message, and that message was that Pip had great expectations. Joy and Pip were amazed to speak. So the man spoke again and said that he had been asked to take Pip to London with him, where Pip would be educated. Pip was going to become a gentleman, and Mr. Joggers would look after Pip there. When Pip became 21 years old, he would become a very rich man. So the man introduced himself and said that his name is Joggers and he was a lawyer, and he had been asked, of course, to take Pip London with him. So Pip's dream had at last became a reality, and Pip was sure that Miss Havisham was the person who wanted her name to be a secret, and she was the one who was going to help Pip. But do you know why Pip thought that Miss Havisham wanted to help him? Because few years ago, when Pip went to Miss Havisham's house 3 times a week, Pip told her that when Pip grew up, he wanted to be educated and that he wanted to be a gentleman. That's why Pip thought like that. Pip listened carefully to what Mr. Joggers went on to say, and Mr. Joggers had 2 conditions, and Pip should agree and accept. First, Pip had to keep the name Pip, and secondly, the name of that person who would make Pip very rich had to remain a secret. And also, Mr. Joggers was given some money, and he was told to use that money for Pip's education. There was a man called Mr. Matthew Puckett. He was a private teacher. Mr. Joggers asked Pip that if Pip agreed, he would live with Pip in London and he would educate Pip. Pip thought for a moment. He knew the name Puckett because he had heard Miss Havisham talk about someone with that name before. Pip told him that he would be very happy to stay with Mr. Puckett. That's all I have. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for listening.